passing the Abortion Act in 1967. It is important that we understand the reasons for this lack of progress if we are ever to achieve the solution. We live in a capitalist system which is based at its very roots on the oppression of women through a predatory treatment of our bodies. Women are super exploited. Women both reproduce the labour force and are subordinated within the labour force themselves. We are here today to talk about reproductive freedom. The freedom to choose whether or not to have a pregnancy. The right to safe birth control measures. Freedom from harassment and abuse. The right to reproductive freedom is about ownership of one's own body in a system that wants to buy and sell you. But reproductive freedom does not stand alone. It is merely one part of a whole picture of women's super exploitation upon which this rotten system relies. Women constitute 2/3 of Britain's lowest paid workers, with the pay gap between men and women in some instances still standing at 41%. Most part-time work is undertaken by women, due essentially to the fact that we remain the primary caregivers in most families. 60% of housework is done by women. That's 26 hours of unpaid labour per week. Crucial labour that sustains the entire workforce and keeps this world turning. Childbearing and child-rearing impoverishes women, with statistics showing that the economic factors are one of the main reasons why women would seek to terminate a pregnancy. Our emancipation relies on the socialisation of childcare and free, unrestricted access to sexual health services. Society within this capitalist system upholds a parasitic gender ideology that is rooted in heteronormativity and ownership of our bodies. 80% of sex workers are female, with almost all male clients. This means that the sex industry overwhelmingly commodifies female sexuality for the benefit of men. 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Women are 5 times more likely than men to have been raped or sexually assaulted, and 88% of needle spiking victims are female. While politics and the economy tell us that our bodies are not our own, we will never see an end to gender-based violence. We are not your private property. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice. Reproductive freedom is about taking back ownership of our bodies. Safe access to sexual health services in Glasgow is in a critical state. Our austerity-driven political agenda has led to a hollowing out of reproductive services, which means that we are now relying on scarce resources for vital, life-saving treatments. Today we not only demand an end to harassment outside sexual health clinics, but we also demand real investment in these services so that they can function properly. Politicians such as John Mason of the SNP have outwardly expressed anti-abortionist beliefs like those fanatics behind me. Mason also tabled a motion in Holyrood to restrict abortion and has even attended harassment vigils outside the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital. We condemn these actions and we question the conscience of a Scottish government which continues to allow such a person to serve in public office. These are our bodies. We do not belong to John Mason or any other political actor who seeks to attack our struggle for reproductive freedom. I'll end here with a quote from Anuradha Gandhi, an Indian communist and a revolutionary fighter. Reproductive freedom includes the right to safe birth control measures, the right to safe abortion, the right to daycare centres, a decent wage that can look after children, medical care and housing. It includes freedom of sexual choice. That is the right to have children outside of the socio-cultural norm that children can only be brought up in a married couple of men and women. Women outside such arrangements should also be allowed to have and bring up children. And child rearing should be in the long run transformed from a woman's task to that of men and women to the whole of society. Women should not suffer due to childlessness or due to compulsory motherhood. We must recognise that to guarantee all of this, the wage structure of society must change. Women's role must change. Compulsory